Hello, 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 I'm Paper Girl 1. Welcome back to my channel. I'm playing Tavern Talk today. Yeah. Just hopped right on into it. I don't remember her name. Jade. Hey, innkeeper. I don't remember giving her a voice. Anyway. Hello, it's been a while since I've seen you around. A whole week, to be exact. And you already miss me? A little. Cute. I got my hands on a job all the way over in Daira. Seemed like something relatively easy, but well paid. Oh, like something too good to be true? Not this time. Apparently the farmer just wanted it to be done quickly, so she offered a higher than average rate. Sounds like easy money. Sorry. Gotta yawn. Anyway, yeah, I wish. You know, I think I could use a drink first. Something that'll loosen my tongue. I feel like this job drained me of all my social energy. Only if I get to hear the rest of the story. Sounds like a good deal to me. So yeah, lots of charisma. Sorry, I don't know why I'm losing my voice. That's not good. I shouldn't be losing my voice. You know what? 1,000 wins. Nah, let's just give her the spoken heart. Yes. So 3 of 3/5, I guess. A fifth. I don't know how this system works. Anyway, there you go. Let's hope this suits your tastes. Your drinks never disappoint. Glad to hear. I can definitely feel my charm coming back to me. I made you a drink. Now it's your turn. Tell me about your latest job. Fine. Told you the client's a farmer, right? She has a large flock of two-headed sheep. A large flock of two-headed sheep. I was trying to read that as 200. Don't know why. Anyway. Apparently, that darn starfall damaged their barn, and they somehow managed to break out of their enclosure. Didn't think they were that clever, honestly. Must be the two brains. Probably. Anyways, they got out right before their shearing appointment, and of course, the farmer needed to get them back in time. Especially considering the rumors surrounding Daira at the moment. Seems to be a dangerous place nowadays. Apparently, an unusual amount of cattle have been going missing these last few days. Some local folks have been keeping a closer eye on their locks and fences. Of course, the farmer wanted her sheep to be safe, so she hired someone to bring her animals back. That someone being you. Hang on. I think I'd remember there. Okay. Okay. Obviously. I thought to myself, I'm a monster hunter. Handling animals is basically my job. I'd say a monster hunter is rather well known for, well, hunting instead of handling. That was exactly the issue. Do you know how stubborn two-headed sheep are? Let me guess, they're twice as stubborn as one-headed sheep? You got it. They're impossible to get moving, impossible to settle. One head might be eating, but the other one is always watching you. But you did it, right? I suspect you wouldn't be here if you hadn't finished the job. You are absolutely correct. I was at my wit's end. Imagine having fought hundreds and if not thousands of beasts. And some sheep are the one enemy you can't win against. That sounds like an incredibly humbling experience. It was, trust me. But luckily, I got some help. Another adventurer saw me struggling and offered her assistance and knowledge. Was it Faye? Oh. Or should I say a retired adventurer? Oh? Yeah, she was very insistent on that label. Some kind of astral fin folk. Must have lost her arm a while ago. Oh no. Back to the sheep. She told me there's apparently one thing that gets their full attention. You got any guesses on what that magical tool might be? I have no... Oh.
Clovers. Morning dew clovers, to be precise. They go absolutely feral for them. A few will make 'em follow every single one of your commands. But someone with your experience should know that, innkeeper.
Do you two know each other? Barely.
Heh. Keep your secrets then, oh mysterious innkeeper.
I wanted to buy her a drink after she helped me out back there. Didn't expect you two to be best friends, honestly.
Best friends?
I think you got that one wrong, Jade.
I'd never befriend someone like her. I have taste.
Well, that was unnecessarily rude of you, Una. You didn't even consider my feelings.
Consider me sorry, innkeep.
Apology accepted.
Speaking of taste, what about your drinks? I know you've always liked experimenting with potions and other suspicious liquids. Looks like you finally made it, huh?
Indeed. I think I got the hang of it.
Then, what are you waiting for? Your old rival is waiting for a drink. Preferably one that'll restore my energy. Those sheep made my old bones all wobbly, and I don't like feeling so weak.
Got you.
Let's see what that old magic has to offer.
Don't worry. She might not look like it, but her drinks are actually really good.
You bet.
I'll just take that as a compliment, I suppose. So strength. Yep, that's what I thought. So I could do a Southern Brawler, or a Sailor's Courage. You know what? I'm gonna do Sailor's Courage. So that needs... I'm gonna do... Hang on, I need something to help me out. I know that for a fact. I could do... Hang on. Oh, maybe this. This in here. That'll give me the charisma and the dexterity. And then I need some defense. And then lastly, the strength for a sailor's courage. Nice.
Oh, wow.
Impressed?
Don't get cocky now.
You don't have to be shy. You can just admit I've improved. So, Una, Jade told me you're retired now? Had enough of the adventuring business?
Absolutely. I don't want to have anything to do with that anymore. I've completed enough quests for at least 2 lifetimes.
And yet you decided to help Jade.
Ever had to handle a 2-headed sheep?
Not yet. Lucky you.
Lucky indeed. I just couldn't help what I couldn't.
Sorry, Jesus. I lost it. Stumbling over words as I do.
I just couldn't watch her struggle with those stubborn beasts any longer. But this was a one-time exception.
Did the farmer pay accordingly after your morning dew clover's magic trick? Oh, absolutely. She was so happy. She gratefully paid both of us. That's good to hear. She even tipped us with some gems she supposedly found in one of her fields. But I'm a Mehada. I don't have any use for stones like those. This word fucking stumped me. It made me stumble.
And since I'm retired, I couldn't care less about material riches.
So we figured we'd give them to you instead. But I wouldn't tell that pretentious blonde dragon priestess if I were you. Feels like a blasphemous gift. Nice. Citron. Oh, divine gems. A little blasphemous indeed. I think I know just the right way to use them. Thank you. Don't mention it.
Now that we're done here, I can finally go back to crocheting. Crochet! I was looking at her hook, like, oh, that's a crochet hook, but I didn't want to say anything. Crocheting was mentioned. Oh my god, instead of knitting.
I feel so validated. Usually you see like, oh, knitting is being referenced. I have this game that I like. It's basically just Lo-Fi Girl, but you can like customize it. It's called Spirit City Lo-Fi. Hang on, let me look. Yeah, Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions. It's pretty good. I like it. It's got some DLC, and you can like watch and have pets, and I like it a lot. Anyway, there's knitting, and it doesn't even look like knitting for one, but like whatever. It's what I gotta do if I want to make it seem like I'm crocheting in the game. Anyway.
Now that we're done here, I can get back to crocheting for the rest of my life. Didn't get this hook put on for nothing. Of course, I also occasionally gotta rip some youngsters off while playing cards. I haven't lost a game in at least 4 decades.
That's remarkable. Or impossible for someone who's only playing fair. I think your lucky streak will end with me today. I've also lost. I've also lost. Oh, the story I'm writing, apparently. I have also never lost a game in at least a decade.
Are you challenging me to a duel?
Absolutely. And whoever loses has to pay for the next round of drinks.
That's the spirit. I like you, bounty hunter. But don't come crying to me after I annihilate you.
Ha! You wish. Jade be on guard. Una be on guard. I'm gonna be honest, I'm on side with Jade.
Why? Scared I might lose?
I just know for a fact that Jade's not new to cheating. I've seen countless mercenaries lose against her.
Do you really think I'm that senile? This will be an easy match. Don't you worry.
Get enough in your monthly pension to pay for 2 drinks, Una? You know I can hear you both, right? Got cold feet?
Keep dreaming.
That's fun. Oh, they're still here. That's awesome. Wow. Good day. I've returned, innkeeper. Welcome back, Miss Anwar. And welcome... This brave adventurer's name is Clay Moore. He offered unexpected support during my quest. I'm happy to hear that. Thank you so much on behalf of, the world. Yes, of course, the world, Mr. Clay. Hang on. Sorry, I might not do voices for this guy. Or Anwar. I'm a little tired. I don't know what to do for them, so... Anyway. You don't need to do the other Oh my god. I can't read. I can't fucking read. You don't need to do the whole Mr. thing. Just Clay's alright with me. Otherwise, it sounds so formal, like talking to one of those graph people. Oh, you wouldn't want to be one of those. Clay it is, then. Can I offer you both a drink in exchange for a story of how you two met? That would be a fun trade, right, Tia? Tia? Why is he calling her Tia? I think I would welcome it as well. Then what can I get you? Clay, please go ahead. Oh my, you've got a lot of stuff on the menu. How about one of those drinks with ingredients? You look strong. How about something extra for those muscles? That sounds nice. Let's go with that. 1 minute. Uno momento. Let's do Southern Brawler. For simplicity. So first the strength, then some defense, And lastly, some charisma. Wow. It looks amazing. Try this. I think it might knock your socks off. This tastes strong and magic-y, but my socks are still on. Oh, he's like a... Oh, he takes things literally. You sweet, sweet child. Say child, he's like a fucking beast. Still, I love it. I'll have to remember this one for next time. What is it called? Don't worry, I'll remember it for you. Thank you. Now, Miss Anwar, I don't know. What would you like? I need some of that liquid vigilance. Even in here, it's important to stay on guard. Wouldn't this be the right time to relax? There is no such time. Alright, then I shall aid you on your divine mission of not falling asleep standing. Let's do... I kind of want to try the frosted snow. Frosted snow has 2 dexterity. This one would actually help. Right? Yeah. And then... Perfect. Not perfect. What? Oh, I need more dexterity. Duh. First snow. That looks so cute. Some liquid vigilance diluted with some delicious special ingredients. Enjoy. I could do with something less diluted, but you're right, it's delicious. Happy to hear that. Do we get to tell the story now? Please, go ahead. You think... you think I should start with the seashells? No, I think some exposition is in order first. As you already know, Innkeeper, I plan to start my investigation right here in Zenith. Specifically, at the local Gaia temple. So I've been told. Mostly about that wobbling ooze. Ah, yes. That was certainly something. Unfortunately, besides their fascinating personal secrets, they had nothing of value to share with me. But fortunately, thanks to your rumors, I was not entirely without a lead. The wizard's prophecy led me to Dalwell. Or should I say, the abandoned isle, or Fairweather. The name changes depending on who you ask. I didn't know it had that many names. I always just called it Kelpie Island. Why? Because it's shaped like one. Probably the smartest approach. Kelpie Island, or Fairweather, its name means very little to me. Its local settlement of Fae was much more relevant. They built everything into the giant sequoia that holds their portal to Avalon. Their portal is in the tree? Yes, right in its center. They call it the Horizon Tree. It's beautiful. The Fae themselves were moderately helpful. It was difficult to get them to focus on the severity of the solution. And I was pretty sure they were preparing some sort of morbid ritual with the acorns that they were stringing up between rose bushes in asymmetrical shapes. Oh, I always thought those were art projects. Some misconception. It sounds more like they were preparing to charge them with astral moonlight. For what? If you freeze them, they make for good ice cubes. Do you participate in such practices? Not at the moment. I'm just not going to question that. Eventually, I got them to sit still long enough to ask them about any strange occurrences around their settlement. Did they understand your definition of strange? After some explanation, they told me about how just recently an astral humpback whale had rummaged through one of their nearby scouting camps, just 2 days before the stars fell. They said it seemed like it was running from something and that it was full of seething fury. They also claimed it to be a good sign because it promised adventure. They weren't wrong. Seems like an understatement. I thought it was like under settlement or something. I don't know. Seems like an understatement. Majorly. I mean, it did end up in some kind of adventure. Investigating disaster is not an adventure. It is an necessity of dire circumstances. It is a necessity. I had fun. That makes 2 of us. It certainly was a sign of something being awry. And I was determined to get to the bottom of it. So naturally, I made my way to nearby Carapace Beach and prepared a celestial summoning ritual under the young astral moon. For the humpback whale, I suppose? What else would I be summoning? I thought maybe you wanted to ask Cassiopeia for her input. Are you out of your mind? The Realm Keepers have sworn to a divine oath of neutrality. It prevents them from directly interfering with the simple world of us mortals. The full might of their powers could disrupt the delicate balance of their cosmic design. Right, sorry, slipped my mind. You are forgiven. As I was preparing the ritual, readying myself to confront the troublemaker, I suddenly found myself being interrupted by a strange request. That was me. I asked her if she needed any more seashells. Did she? I did, actually. Pairing dragon head tridents and filmering limlet shells can heighten the dual aspect of the celestial twins, therefore making the connection to the astral sea more stable. Obviously. I hadn't managed to find a limlet shell, and one happened to be among his offerings. I honestly just thought she was decorating the beach and that she could do with more color. You weren't wrong, in a way. Sadly, the shells burned up during the ritual, singed Tia's hands too. Just a little. Fortunately, I possess spectacular healing capabilities. Sorry, for some reason I thought spectacular was not spectacular. Fortunate indeed. You were collecting seashells for beach decorating or sorry, I misread the entire sentence. Were you collecting seashells for beach decorating or your very own ritual, Clay? I was collecting them for my friends. At this time of year, Kelpie Island is full of all kinds of sparkling, floating animals from the astral sea. And they love munching on seashells. Do you encounter these creatures a lot? I try to. They're very nice. Clay can talk to animals. Gaia's blessings rest upon him. You're full of surprises. Thank you. Though I'm not always sure they like talking to me. They tend to disappear sooner or later. Sometimes they come back, but often they don't. I think maybe I accidentally said things that upset them without realizing it. And they think I mean to hurt them. I hate when that happens. You mean they just disappear like they were never there? Yes. Like they moved to a different, quieter beach. Or like they returned to the astral sea. I feel like they would tell me if they went back home. Not necessarily. Many Asterian creatures can traverse the plains at will, but they don't always have control over when they return. On many occasions, the astral currents pull them back home before they're ready. And once you're swept in them, each subsequent journey out becomes more and more difficult, or so I've been told. I would guess your friends either went home when they weren't there or got pulled back from there before they had a chance to say goodbye. So you're saying the sea swallowed them? Not quite. It just beckoned them home, though, through an astral hug of sorts. Of sorts? So that means I could just visit them in the astral sea? That would be an incredible undertaking. Traveling between planes is quite hazardous. I was going to say horrendous. No, it's hazardous. Is it? But echoes are from the primordial sea, and my family has lived here for quite a while, I think. They must have gotten here somehow. They say it was much simpler to traverse between planes once. But for a long time, it has been almost impossible without complicated and dangerous rituals. Until recently, the astral sea was the only possible way to pass through the barriers. And accessing it requires meticulous planning. Not to mention the sea tends to come with more risks than rewards. Even your Astrian friends, who can choose to leave their home plane on a whim, get pulled back by the currents eventually. Imagine what would happen to you if you went in unprepared. Wow, that was a struggle. I don't know why it was. But the Fae on Kelpie Island aren't from Gaia either. And they told me they haven't lived here for very long. Since the 5 interplanar portals opened up, interplanar travel has become a lot more accessible again. At least when it comes to the dream planes. But even the astral and primordial seas are, not to mention are finally open to us again after all these years. It is a true miracle to witness in our lifetimes. So the portals haven't always been there? I didn't know that. Who put them there? Well, that is a very good question. And one that would blow the scope of this conversation beyond its bounds, I would think. You still have to tell me how you summoned that whale. You're right, we're getting off track. As Clay and I talked, he told me about his fascinating friendships with the astral creatures, and his ability to speak with animals as if they share a language. So you asked him for help? Well, he offered his aid. I certainly could have handled it on my own, but you didn't have to. Right, that, obviously. Thank you very much, Clay. Anytime. So, I summoned it. The ritual worked exceptionally well, and it appeared out of the sky in a wave of concerning darkness. Stars used to accompany them. I mean, there was one star. There was. The whale was even bigger than I had anticipated, almost as tall as the horizon tree. And in its stomach rested a giant sun, the only star of the night sky, whose light had not been extinguished, nestled right in its belly. That sounds unhealthy. It sounds beautiful. It was, in a way. The star wasn't the thing to worry about, though. The whale didn't look at all happy about being summoned. Instead, it looked like a wounded animal that was one loud noise away from lashing out. And it looked sick. Its translucent skin was gray, like it was frozen with the coldness of the highest mountains or the deepest depths. Its eyes were pale, almost blind, with no warmth within them. I thought for a brief second, we must fight this beast before it consumes us and everything in its path. But when I looked over at Clay, I saw a deep understanding in his eyes, like he wasn't seeing a monster, but a friend. So I stayed quiet, knowing that whatever he knew outweighed my fear. You knew what it needed, Clay? Not completely, but I knew that look in its eyes. That feeling when you're so scared you get angry. When you want to fight because you're terrified you won't be able to flee. So I kneeled to show it that I didn't mean any harm, and held out my last conch shell in my hands. It took a moment to overcome the instinct to mistrust, but then it picked the shell up gently and ate it. I saw the conch freeze as it was swallowed. It looked painful. Wanting to comfort the whale, I reached out and carefully put my hands against its cheek. I wanted it to know it wasn't alone. I'm sure it needed that. It did. It was so sad it cried tears of golden dust. Its tears turned to ice before they could even hit the ground. It was at that moment I realized its body had been cursed with a potent frostbite. I knew it did not trust me yet, so I did what I previously would not have thought possible. Threw a hand on... Ugh, a yawn. For one. And for two... Ugh, my mouth is so dry. I need, like, water, but I don't have any water. But I have, like, lemonade. And I have a root beer. But I don't know what flavor of lemonade I want. I have strawberry, mango, and kiwi. I like the kiwi. I bought them because I like them. I don't know which one to have first. I'll figure it out later. I should get back to reading. Sorry, I did another yawn. I'm so tired right now. I don't know why. I mean, maybe it's because I had to wake up a little bit earlier today to go to work, and a little bit of an earlier time, but pshaw, who cares? Through a hand on Clay's shoulder and the magic of your drink, I was able to briefly transfer my magic onto Clay, allowing him to cure it of its disease. He kissed it on the forehead, and the ice burned away, freeing it of the endless chill. It was quite sweet. That's one lucky whale. And one unusual effect of that infusion. Is that not usually possible? Inspiration is a fickle thing. Such magic is deeply personal and drifts from person to person. I always enjoy seeing how others imagine support to look like. Tia's support was very helpful. I'd hope so. Once it was free of its pain, the whale was ready to talk to us. I asked what had happened, and it told me about fighting some sort of evil creature on 2 legs. A creature on 2 legs? So, humanoid then? We assume. It turns out whales don't care much about our appearances. It cared more about all the things being thrown at it. What a mean way to approach a whale. Apparently, it swallowed some kind of stone. It could only remember its black and white color and that it tasted horrible. But it thought, I have a strong digestive thing. It's nothing to worry about. Rookie mistake. The 2-legged monster just wouldn't stop attacking, so it fled as quickly as it could, trying to find its way home. Oh my god. Mouth is so dry, I can't talk anymore because I got a cough. Oh, that's not the one I wanted to open. That's not the one I thought it was at all. Damn it. Okay, there we go. I should have looked at it before opening it. Instead of opening it first. Anyway. Well, that's tart. Oh, I'm supposed to shake it. I'm supposed to shake it so that it gets mixed because there's like pulp in it. Anyway. It felt really bad about destroying the camp. I get why. The worst part about being angry is seeing the wreckage you leave behind. Tia, do you ever get angry? No. I am the embodiment of calmness and self-discipline. You forgot divinity. Where I come from, they call that repression. I'm gonna be nice to her. Thank you. I did. Oh, that's good. Oh, I forgot how good these were. I haven't had them in a while. Still them at my work. They're really good. Anyway. Luckily, its anger subsided when it found its way back. It thought it was finally safe, but suddenly, this freezing cold began. This skull is funny. Anyway, I don't mind the cold much. I'm from the highlands and we get a lot of snow in the winter. But the kind of cold it was describing sounded awful, painful and inescapable, like it was freezing from the inside out. The potent frostbite I mentioned. It seems a curse took hold and slowly spread throughout its entire body. It tried to keep itself warm by feeding on solar crabs and cosmic squid, but that didn't help much. It just kept getting more scared and angrier and colder, until even its brain was freezing over. It couldn't think of anything other than the cold. So in its desperation, it ate the hottest thing it could find. A star? A star. A giant one at that. It looked deceptively. Sorry, why was that so hard for me to say? For me to read? Probably because I'm a little dyslexic. Anyway. It looked deceptively small contained in its belly. But apparently, it was one of the biggest ones the night sky had to offer, the East Star. It ate Pharos, the guiding star of the endless seas. It did, and it helped. It kept its frostbite at bay, even if it did not eradicate it. But as you can imagine, such a massive star disappearing did not have the most desirable effect on the astral sea's delicate balance of gravity. I can imagine that. The whale was very confused about what had happened, but it said all the stars around it suddenly started to fall and spin out of place. They crashed into each other, causing more and more destruction with each passing moment. I didn't understand everything it described, but it sounded bad. To label it as bad would be quite the understatement. The falling stars ripped holes in Cassiopeia's wings. Ooh. Excuse me. That was quite a burp. My stomach is hurting a little bit. Anyway. Wow, that really hurt when I sat up. That's concerning. But probably nothing. I hope nothing. Anyway, I think that just one hungry creature could break the entire balance of the universe. It was hurt and scared. It should have endured, instead of hurting others. It was alone. It didn't know all that would happen. It can count itself lucky you were there to help. It didn't. I'm sure it tried its best. Indeed, I don't want to imagine the additional chaos it could have caused. I don't care about... Sorry. More yawning. Again, like I said earlier, I'm tired. Ugh, and I'm not even done. Ugh. I hope this is the last little bit of this, but it's probably not. This might be a very long episode. I don't care about could-haves. I just cared that we were able to help. Did you also manage to free it? Free it of the star in its stomach? No, the frostbite may be gone, but that star is a part of it now. It has become the first of a new kind, a sun humpback whale. And probably the last one too, as all other stars in the astral sea have been snuffed out. We will never be able to see the night sky again, and in turn, that whale must forever live with its guilt nestled in its stomach. You're right, some things are forever changed now. That's kind of the point of disasters. But perhaps the star doesn't stand for shame, but the pride of its survival. We shouldn't be sad that most are gone, but happy that one managed to make it through. Besides, we may have lost the night sky's starry companions, but it managed to gain 2 new friends. Even the worst of situations can lead you to light sometimes. I like that. You should never be sad about finding new friends. Speaking of friends, on the way back we ran into this traveling souvenir shop. I bought friendship bracelets for Tia and I with little whale charms on them. Aww. But she didn't want to wear them just yet, so I'm waiting until she's ready. That's very nice of you, right, Tia? They're a hazard for fights and could get caught on things. Sure, I'm looking forward to seeing how they look with your armor. Tia also found something for you at the souvenir shop. She said it reminded her of your tavern. And now that I've seen it in person, I agree. Now I'm curious. What is it? Oh my god, that is so beautiful! It fits so well! Oh, that's a very pretty mosaic. The shopkeeper told us a little bit about it. Supposedly, this piece of art represents a new beginning after a hard-fought battle. That's beautiful. Kind of like the rise of the sun humpback whale. That's very fitting. Thank you, Tia. So, Tia, aren't you glad Clay was there to help you? Clay, aren't you glad? Oh god, who do I ask? Ask Tia. I suppose I am. You really are? You're surprisingly competent. Perhaps one might even say I could not have done this entirely without you. If one was to be extreme about it. I think someone like you could do anything alone if you put your mind to it. But that doesn't mean you should have to. Truer words have never been said, and I butchered them. Ugh, my apologies. I'm always happier when doing difficult things if I have help from other people. Well said, Clay. Stellar teamwork, you two. Keep it up. Will do. Much more importantly, clearly our quest was not successful. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You cured the sun humpback whale. You found out why the stars fell. You even made new friends. What more could you want? We still haven't the slightest idea who caused all this. An angry humanoid figure? And that is who exactly? Well, we can rule out you, me, and the innkeeper. We can rule out you and me. Ouch. No hard feelings. I believe you're innocent, but sometimes evil hides in plain sight. One must not be led astray. I understand. Paranoia is a hard habit to break. Clearly someone orchestrated this. It seems too random and too methodical to have been an accidental side effect. I must find out what hides in the darkness. If something like this happens again, it could end in a calamity the likes of which we have never seen before.
Ah, don't worry too much about it, girlie. This is just kind of how oblivions are around here. Sorry, it's not oblivious.
I wouldn't call this just another oblivion. How often have you seen the stars fall from the sky?
0 times. I was asleep when it happened. And now that it's over,
Oh my god, sorry, give me 1 sec. Let me try that again.
0 times. I was asleep when it happened, and now that it's over, there go my chances of ever witnessing a supreme meteor shower.
You should not wish to witness such horrors.
Some horrors are fun to look at. Listen, love, when I was your age, I used to worry about stuff like this all the time. This weirdo over here did too. We all did. At one time or another. But I know from experience that making such a fuss about it won't get you anywhere. These bite-sized calamities are part of the natural order of things. From chaos to balance to chaos and back to balance. Everything just switches around in a never-ending cycle. Sure, it's good to keep an eye out, but you don't have to give yourself an aneurysm over it.
I'm losing her voice that I was doing.
Just pick up a quest if it worries you, and follow the natural flow of the universe. That way, if you're lucky, you'll end up retired like me.
Such a leisurely attitude only leads to failure.
And even then, someone is always going to save the world in the end.
And that someone is going to be me. How self-righteous of you.
Oh, the youth. Anyway, old enemy, got another drink for me? I'm running dry.
Anytime, Una. Una. Not Uma. It sounded like I said Uma. To me.
To me it did. Anyway.
Are you still running low on energy? How about another strong one?
You got it.
Okay, I'll give her. Ugh, sorry. Oh no, I need this one. And then 3 parts strength, 1 part dexterity. Shit. I need defense, not dexterity. My bad. It was a different one. My brain wasn't working. That's okay. Something strong for the most strong-headed lady I know.
Weird way to admit you've lost every argument against me. But this drink is splendid. I'll give you that. See, with one of these, your worries will be washed away with flavor. Good or bad. Depends on the day.
I find your apathy borders on tragedy.
And I find your hero complex unsustainable. Remember, kiddo, they don't build those statues for folks who are alive.
Who cares about statues? My purpose is my purpose, and I don't care who immortalizes me.
No one's purpose is to die, girl. Life is much more meaningful than that. Anyway, my purpose is winning at cards right now. Good luck with your delusions.
I apologize on her behalf. It's fine. Tia, are you dying? No, she was purely speaking in the hypothetical. I'm not sure what that means, but it doesn't sound like it could damage your armor. But you know, maybe we should listen to her advice, at least a little bit. My granny always says, with age comes the priceless wisdom of mistakes. I think your grandma's advice would be much more helpful than whatever a failed hero has to say. You think retirement is failure? One's post should never be abandoned. If you can still serve this world, you should. Not sure if that's bleak or inspiring. The latter. How very self-righteous of you. Holy crap. She was right about one thing, though. The past is full of terrible disasters that were prevented. Which means that this too could have been attempted before, but not very successfully. Knowledge of something so vile must be scarce and well guarded, maybe even abandoned. I have never come across anything like this anywhere in the Aperture's library. Granted, the Aperture... It is Aperture. I'm like, really? It's Aperture? Like, Aperture Science? Is this Portal related? I should play that for you guys. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. I tried playing... I had this one video, and it was up. I took it down, though. It was me playing Portal 2 with a friend. And partway through, my dad comes in and stops, and I hate thinking about it. Let's just continue. Granted, the Aperture has only been standing for a little over 2 decades, no? Its library can't be that vast. Many of the Order's books were relocated to the new stronghold. But I do believe that we don't currently harbor the knowledge I seek. For that, other avenues must be explored. What are you considering? We could ask everyone we come across until we find someone who knows something. Good idea, but that would take far too long. I think we should look for the Everbloom archives. Is that a book club? An ancient one. Everbloom was one of the great 7 Mehaidan archives. The Gaian one, to be specific. Legend has it there used to be one on each plane, even Tot, the plane of the dead. Tuat. Tot. I don't know. They were once filled with all the knowledge of the cosmos and grew in size every day, thanks to their fearless archivists. But then, they fell to an unknown foe and have been lost to time ever since. I believe one of them could hold the answers we seek. Innkeeper, do you perhaps know where to find this archive? Nope. Not much of a librarian, unfortunately. Disappointing. Damn. Okay, be that way. She's so self-righteous. Holy shit. But you could keep an eye out for it, right? You could ask all the scholarly people that pass through here. Of course, I can do that. Perhaps you can start by asking that bounty hunter once she's done gambling all her money away. You could ask her yourself. I would rather not. I'll take that terrible task off your hands then. Wonderful. You won't need more than a day to take care of this, right? I could do with a little more time. Nonsense. We don't have more time. I need your full commitment on this, innkeeper. This is very short notice, as are disasters typically, hence the vigilance. I shall return to a fully prepared quest tomorrow morning. Okay. In the meantime, you should rest. Don't be ridiculous. I have things to do, people to help, prayers to consult. Una was right. A good night's sleep would do wonders for you. I could even offer you some coupons to a beautiful swamp spa. Fine, I'll take one or two, though they won't be put to much use. If I rest now, who will this world have faith in? I shall see you tomorrow. She's so uptight. It's always nice to see burnout happening in real time. Don't worry, I'll go with her and make her some soup. Soup always helps me when I have a headache, and it looked like she has a big one. Do you want some soup as well? Sure, yes please. I'll bring some by tomorrow. Do you have any allergies? No, thank you, Clay. Anytime. Then the recipe will be a surprise. Have a superb day. I like this guy. I'll take some of those coupons too. Wonderful. Talking through everything really helped. Thank you. I'm happy to hear that. I hope you held on to those seashells. Catching up with some astral friends might make you feel a little better. Actually, I was thinking I could use the shells to make some friendship bracelets for Tia and I. I want to carve them into stars. Aww. I think that sometimes you have to make something beautiful out of the things that you hurt. Otherwise, you're left with anger that has nowhere to go. Do you like being angry? No, I don't. I don't. I really don't. But this has got me thinking about things, and I don't like it. Me neither. But we all get angry sometimes. It's not the most fun, but it's important. Never getting angry doesn't solve anything either. It just makes you smaller and smaller until people no longer see you as someone they need to think about. That's deep. God, I didn't think this would affect me mentally and emotionally. Although, emotionally might be affected by my hormone spiking because of my period, but who fucking cares? I don't. At least they're not scared of you. Anger doesn't make you any more of a monster than silence makes you a saint. Be a whole person, Clay, and don't be scared of who that is. I'll try, Innkeeper. Thank you. I hope you find a way back to yourself, too. Clay is so humble and kind. I never noticed that because I haven't been here. There's a bit of water here, and he flings it. It gets flung. It's hilarious. Anyway. Thank you, Clay. Me too. Please be the end of the chapter. No. They've been here all day. Oh, hey, it's Skeleton again. Scully. Oh. So I looked over to my second screen and saw that Discord is having connection problems. Or it's loading again. That means I might have lost internet connection. But that doesn't matter for this, so we're going to continue. Top of the evening to ya. Welcome to my tavern. Oh, what do my magical eyes see? New faces? New acquaintances? With whom do I have the pleasure today? No way, a speaking skeleton? Haven't seen one of those in a long time. Hello there. Oh, I thought this was like a part of his ear for some reason. Anyway. How incredibly rude of me to leave out introductions. My name is Scully. And he's so polite as well. You can call me Una, Mr. Scully. And that one over there is my friend Jade. Ah, a fellow Mihada, but with more skin left. Which isn't immensely difficult, I suppose. Glad to make your acquaintance, Una and her friend Jade. Jade, that's a beautiful necklace you have there. Scully, shouldn't you be named after a gemstone? Jade, that's a beautiful necklace you have there. You mean this one? That kind of looks like bone, maybe? Okay. As far as I'm aware, Mihada last names refer to their bones, no? Correct. But I cannot remember what my poor bones are made out of. Death has left quite a lot of gaps in this head of mine. Let me have a look. Looks like alabaster to me. Hard to say without a thorough analysis, though. Alabaster? That doesn't sound familiar. Like an old name, perhaps? I'm not sure, but it's worth investigating. Thank you, Jade. Oh, did he say that sounds familiar? Probably. Oh my goodness. Anyway. Still, let us stick with Scully until we have more detailed information. I think I should be going now. I still have work to do. What a coincidence. I happen to want to say the exact same thing. But wouldn't it be rude of us to leave that distinguished gentleman all by himself? I think one of us should definitely stay a little longer. Isn't it cool that both of you have bones made of shimmery gemstones? That is true. I haven't seen another Mihada since I woke up. So anywhere between 2 weeks and 2 centuries ago.
I see. It's a match already. Would be ashamed if you two were... Would be ashamed if the two of you were to become friends.
Huh?
Anyways, see ya.
Thank God she's gone. That was quick.
Indeed.
I guess a woman her age knows what she wants.
Oh, hello.
Good mythical morning. It's well past sunset, Hex. That might be true, but it's still morning somewhere, I know.
You got it.
But today, I'm not here to talk with you about primordial magic. Today, we're going to celebrate my sister.
Oh, hello.
Greetings, everyone. Come on in. Pleased to meet you. My name is Scully. Jade. Excuse me. Excuse me. Holy crap. I'm so gassy. Why? Ugh. You can call me Hex. And this is Grace, my little sister. Little? Oh, I thought he was little. She looks older. Yes, I know, she's taller than me. You can keep it to yourselves. We're here to celebrate, not to roast, though some fire might be fun. No fireballs inside, Hexagon. His name is Hexagon. If you insist, a fireless party it is then. His name is Hexagon. What's her name? Graceagon? That was bad, I'm sorry. Anyway. My bones are aching for a party. I haven't attended one in what feels like an eternity. What's the occasion? My wonderfully talented sister successfully defeated her wizard doctoral thesis just today. She can now call herself an actual full-blown selenite witch. It's not that special, honestly. I beg to differ. That's a majorly big deal. Congrats. I must congratulate you as well. Quite an outstanding achievement indeed. You're very sweet. Thank you. I have to agree with everyone. You should be proud of yourself. How about a drink on the house to celebrate your graduation? Hex already told me that you're a real magical connoisseur. I would love to taste one of your creations, innkeeper. But I don't know what to pick. Could you recommend something to me? Of course. How about a drink for your wits? Your brain must be tired after debating your professors all day. That sounds lovely. My brain could use a little pick-me-up. Coming right up. Let's see. Do I want to do peak sunrise? Or should I just do... not a sunny breeze. Not a frosted lagoon. Ah, sparkling nebula. That's the one I want to do. So high. Such a fancy pool. And now charisma. All the brain juices. There you go. My, this is delightful. See? Told you. She definitely knows her craft. Say, innkeeper, do you have a PhD in mixology by any chance? Last time I checked, no. but I do have a lot of experience. Took me a while to get the hang of it. I can tell, your drinks are really tasty. I could easily go for another round of debating right now. Is anyone else up for a drink? Nah, not yet. I'm still energized from earlier. Scully, Hex, what about you two? I'm good. I don't want to steal the show today. I would love a refreshment of those, for these old bones actually. Perhaps something that'll bring back the charm of the old days. At your service. Some charm. Okay. Do I do 1,000 Winds? Yeah, let's practice with some things. You know what? Let's use this. And then 2 parts this. And 2 parts this. Perfect. 1,000 Winds. There goes Scully. Here you go, a drink for the charming gentleman. Oh, what a lovely taste. It warms my bones inside and out. Should I be worried? Maybe it's an undead thing. Well, theoretically, it would be possible for a magical drink to warm one's bones. You just need you and your wild dreams, Hexy. Maybe leave those experiments to someone with an actual laboratory for once. All that talking about studying and degrees brings back so many old memories. I also was a scholar once. I spent my life as an archivist at the Gaian Everbloom Archives, to be precise. Ironic, the irony. Before my, well, supposedly eternal slumber. I've read a lot about the old archivists, but I've never had the chance to talk to one. Well, obviously, they're all dead. All of them? Yes, the archives were destroyed ages ago. They're mostly a myth now. Oh, that's quite sad. A lot of knowledge must have gotten lost with them. I guess so. If you wouldn't mind, Scully, I'd love to hear more about them. Maybe we can revive some of that old knowledge. It would be my pleasure, but sadly, I cannot remember much of my research. What am I doing? I think I'm touching... What is... Hang on. Oh, it's that I bought a while ago. Okay. Oh no, my root beer fell over. I hit my drink. Ugh. There we go. There we go. All those years below ground and without sunlight doesn't seem to have been good for my memory. It's been a few centuries since I've been alive, so I'm not sure where one would find the archives nowadays. Or their ruins, rather. Do you remember the environment surrounding them? Maybe you just need to think about it a little harder. Maybe that could help. A little, I believe. I might have been... Oh my god. I might have even woken up close by. My early memories as a skeleton are quite hazy. During my lifetime, the archives were located deep underground. Gaia's lively blessings were juxtaposed with a hostile and lifeless mountain range. They were surrounded by nothing but rocks and boulders, as sharp as talons and fangs. Even if you made it out of the mountains, you'd be greeted by either dry steeps, or a poisonous lake. Oh no, his mustache! The liquid in that lake could singe the meat right off your bones. I knew someone that fell into the lake once. I remember it as if it were yesterday. Well, that sounds like not the best place to build an important archive stronghold. Wouldn't necessarily agree. They say the books and scrolls of the Maidan archives contain all the mysteries of our world and the realms that surround us. Of course, you have to protect that knowledge. Would be a shame if someone... Anyways. I think I know the place Scully's talking about. Oh? It sounds just like the gravel mac. Sharp rocks next to a poisonous lake? There's no way a location like that exists twice on this plane, at least. Or at least I would have heard of it. I wouldn't recommend going there. I bet it's exceptionally dusty after all these years. But think about all those hidden treasures, knowledge left untouched for millennia. That sounds a little too ambitious, even for you. Fine. Your delicate wizard sensibilities wouldn't last a day in the gravel mac anyway. Oh, and you would? Who could say? Who can say? Anyway, I gotta go now. Shared enough secrets of the trade today already. Thank you for your reluctant service. What a lovely young lady. She would have made a great archivist. And a grumpy one. I'm sure she just had a long day. As I have. Honestly, I'm very tired. I'm absolutely sure of it. But you should be proud of yourself nonetheless. You should take care of yourself. You seem like the kind of person to downplay your achievements. And getting your PhD isn't something small or insignificant. It's nothing really. I spent a lot of time researching. Defending my thesis was a mere formality. Scully's and my point still stands, and I'm sure your brother would agree with us. Absolutely! You're all very kind. I really appreciate it. How about we call it a day? It's already getting late. A splendid idea, as I would expect from a witch like you. Seems fair. Hope you get to enjoy the rest of your evening, innkeeper. I will, theoretically. Goodbye, fellow. Okay, Gravel Mac. Archives. This area seems to be very unsafe at the moment, at least if your cattle. A stranger has come to town. He likes plum crepes and spooky armor. Not what I'm looking for. Not what I'm looking for. There we go, Everbloom. The fabled Everbloom archives are located deep within the Gravel Mac, a lifeless, dangerous mountain range. Perfect. The Lost Maiden Everbloom archives are said to offer infinite knowledge to anyone with unanswered questions. Its ruins lie deep within the Gravelmac, a dangerous and lifeless mountain range that even seasoned adventurers try to avoid. If that wasn't enough, the mountains are also said to be haunted by nightmarish, bleak stalkers. Let's just hope they don't find abandoned archives cozy and inviting. There you go, Tia. And here I'm about to go because this is the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed. 'Twas a bit of a longer one. I was stopping to read more often. Not to read, to, I've been stopping to talk about other things and other, anyway. As I said, end of the video. I'll see you in the next one. Paper Girl 1 signing off.